More women will now have better access to early breast cancer detection as Trinity Health rolls out its new 3D mammography technology. The state-of-the-art system provides clearer and more detailed images to help identify cancer in its early stages. Lead mammographer Samantha Morgan told us the new technology also has a biopsy system and can provide faster and more accurate screenings. A mammogram exam used to take about 30 seconds, but now it's down to less than 10 seconds. As technology advances, Morgan says their goal is to always keep the patient's comfort in mind.
As far as compression goes, we just compress until the patient's breast is taut, so it should not be overly tight, it should not be painful. Now, everybody does have different pain sensitivity. Some patients are a little more sensitive than others.
Morgan says the radiology department is fully staffed and can see about 50 patients a day for mammograms alone. The system is funded through various community events like the hospital's gala, golf tournaments, as well as the Double D Ha event happening next month.